Hello and welcome to my channel, and this is your first time here. My name is Millie and today I have a very exciting collab video. It's with my friend Makeup with Michelle. She has a great YouTube channel. I discovered her pretty recently. I don't remember through whom. I think it might have been Britt Clark. Also really awesome channel, but Michelle is also a huge makeup lover like I am, and she loves to try out different eyeshadow formulas, different eyeshadow palettes. She has a really well-rounded collection. She's recently gotten into some more indie makeup, which is super exciting, and that makes me so happy. She does really amazing colorful looks, just really beautiful. She is not afraid to play with color. She has a very chill personality. She's very down to earth and she's very supportive, so I'm really happy to have found her channel because she is just such a great person all around. Please make sure you check out her Instagram and channel and her video. It will be all linked down in the description box. But let me explain what this video is going to be about. So we're both going to talk about products that we wanted to make videos with but never did, and that could be for really any reason. It doesn't necessarily mean that the product was bad. And of course I mostly have eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes to talk about today. What a surprise. I just love my eyeshadows so much. There's going to be a couple of other things, but for the most part I don't really talk about foundation and concealer. I think I have 2 foundation reviews or wear tests up, but other than that I really focus on eyeshadows. So let's get right into it. First palette I'm going to talk about is the Impulsive palette, and I had every intention of doing like a 4 looks or 3 looks 1 palette video with this, but honestly for the most part the reason I haven't is because I just ran out of time and I got some other things in my collection that I wanted to make videos of more than this one. This one has been on sale at Sephora quite a bit actually recently. I don't know if they're like getting rid of it or discontinuing it or whatever, but actually at first I was really not interested in this palette, but then I saw people's looks with it and I was like, you know what, maybe I should try it out, and I ended up buying it on Mercari for like $40, and at the time it was not on sale. It was still at like $65, so I got it for a steal, so I was like, why not? I had some credit on there. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I gotta say the packaging is like not really great at all. It's kind of annoying. It's too chunky. I don't like that the shadows face each other when you close it. But other than that, there's some really beautiful shimmers in here. And this was released right before all the other palettes that seem to have a wonky formula that is kind of like a hit or miss for everyone. But I love this palette. I actually think this is a really great palette. I used it, I would say, most recently about like a couple weeks ago, and I was so impressed by these shimmers. These shimmers are so great. I really hope that Melt Cosmetics would go back to this shimmer formula in their new palettes, because their new palette shimmers are kind of really weird. But unfortunately I just didn't have time to film with it. I would like to film with it in the future. Who knows when that will be, but maybe do like a Throwback Thursday or something with it. But I definitely want to feature this on my channel in the future. I just haven't been able to yet. Next up we have another palette. This is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. Pretty much same story as the Impulsive palette, where I just kind of ran out of time. I really wanted to do a lot of looks with this palette, but those videos take such a long time, not only to film, to edit, to do the voiceover, to do the intro, outro, etc. It just takes forever to do those kinds of videos, so I didn't get to it, but I really love this palette. I've used it plenty of times since I got it to know how much I love this, and I think I mentioned this one in my like eyeshadow palette tag or whatever, that this is like one of my favorite palettes. I just can't say enough good things about this palette, so I'm really hoping to do a video with this palette in the future, probably also like a Throwback Thursday. Maybe I'll just have time, so I'm gonna try to alternate a little bit, but I really have just mostly palettes to talk about today. Next up is just a bunch of blue mascaras. I wanted to do like a battle of the blue mascaras, and I think I almost started filming once and then something happened and I wasn't able to, but so much time has passed since the blue mascara from the ColourPop has come out. I just kept deprioritizing the video. So I have all these blue mascaras. This one is from MAC. This one's the ColourPop one. Then I have a NYX one. Then there's L'Oreal, and then this little sample size of YSL. And this is one product that I don't think I will do the video in the future. I think it's just a little too late. I haven't really used these even since I wanted to do the video, except for maybe the ColourPop mascara, because I do have all of their colored mascaras. But I honestly always forget to reach for colorful mascaras. It just feels like an extra step. But now that I'm talking about them, maybe I'll try to remember to use these more. Next up, I'm just going to quickly mention these because I did buy these right when they came out. And these are the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop eyeshadow palettes. So I bought these. I was so excited and I had no idea that they were limited edition. I don't know if I just didn't read or if that was like information that came out after the release, but I got these and I had every intention of filming with these, but at the same time I was also hearing that BH Cosmetics wasn't paying some content creators that they hired to do content for one of their other releases from like April, and that just really put me off. So I set these palettes aside and I thought, you know what, once that gets all figured out, maybe I will reconsider if I want to do a video. And as far as I know, since then they have started filling out some invoices, but honestly it's just too late to film with these and they're limited edition, so I don't really want to feature them on my channel or have them in my collection because just being a YouTuber, I don't really want to have anything that's limited edition. Next up, we have more eyeshadow palettes. I told you I had a lot of eyeshadow palettes to talk about today, and this is the Ace Beaute Paradise Fallen palette and also the Flare palette, which I don't have anymore, and I really tried to make their formula work for me, especially with the Flare palette. That palette is just so beautiful and I really wanted it to work, but I cannot work with this Ace Beaute formula. I don't know what it is because this formula just doesn't jive with me. So I think I did one of the other palettes that comes in the set. I forget what it's called. It's kind of grungy. I did a video with 3 looks and then I also did a 3 looks or 4 looks with the Ace Beaute Oceanic palette, and honestly after that one it didn't work out for me and I was just like, I'm gonna call it quits. It's okay, I don't like Ace Beaute formula. Why even bother? Because I know that video would have just been me not liking the formula again for a 3rd time. So I didn't feel like I wanted to waste time on filming it, editing it, posting it, whatever, just to have the same outcome as the other 2 videos basically. So that is why I never ended up making a video about these 2 palettes. Next up we have some highlighters. I know, shocking. It's still technically pressed powder though. But these are the Bitter Lace Beauty, I forget what the collection is called, Sugar Sweet something highlighters, and they're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I had every intention, once again, of doing a face swatch video, but I just didn't have the time. Other videos took priority, unfortunately, but these are just so stunning. I'm wearing this one, I think, on my cheeks right now, Sugar Sweet. You can see, nice blue sheen. I love these. They're definitely more glittery, so if you don't like a glittery highlight, then you're not going to like these. They also smell so delicious. It's like a little overpowering, but it goes away a little bit after a while of having them in this palette, even just closed. They're not as strong as when I first got them, but I just absolutely love these. You could use these as eyeshadows as well because they are so huge, so why not get double use out of them, right? But I love these and I would definitely like to feature them in some videos in the future. Probably won't do a face swatch video. I know Amy Loves Makeup has a face swatch video, so definitely go check out Amy if you would like to see some face swatches with these. Next up, I have some singles. I bought the Constellation collection, I think it was called, from Notice Beauty, and then right after that they launched some single multi-chromes that came like in a compact, so I ordered those as well. And when I got the Constellation collection, I was really excited. I wanted to do a video on it, but then when I got the multi-chromes, I was really off-put. There's like a whole thing that happened. I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories, but basically I suspect that the multi-chromes are actually like wholesale $2 multi-chromes from Alibaba is where I found them. This is what they look like. And I will also put up some photos, like a screenshot of the listing on Alibaba, and there they are actually $2. I paid $16 for these each, which is a lot for multi-chrome. So like I said, a lot transpired. I got a refund from Etsy for these because I was very disappointed. First of all, they feel really dry. Like, they basically sound like sandpaper, and this is what the pan looks like. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the pan. Okay, this is what, 2 millimeters tall, and you can see how much product there is. I scraped some off there. You can see there's the tiniest amount, and I know that different pigments sit differently and press differently, but this is like extreme. There is no way that there's $16 worth of product in this goddamn thing. But the most frustrating and disappointing part of this is I confirmed with the owner, who insisted that these were handmade, which I highly doubt. Just like I mentioned, I found an Alibaba listing for the same thing. And I also thought it was interesting that they updated the description of the product on Etsy, and they said in there to not take the pan out or it will ruin it. And I think the reason they don't want people taking the pans out is so that they see how little product there is. And since then, I've seen one other brand selling these, and theirs is actually $20 a pop, which is so insane to me, and it's so frustrating. And I just hate knowing that there's people out there getting ripped off for multi-chromes when there are so many other much more reliable indie brands that sell pressed multi-chromes in really great quality and also value. And so I wanted to share some of my experience with Notice Beauty, just so that you kind of have that warning or caution in case you do want to purchase from them. But I personally can't support any brand that lies about making handmade things when they are not. So that's why I didn't feature these eyeshadows in any of my videos, and I will not be featuring them in any future videos either. So next, I actually have some blush palettes, and these are from Likely Makeup, and I love these. I have kind of technically featured them in a video before. I used them in my live with Emily Han where we did a pastel look. I used this one, but I really wanted to do face swatches with these, and this palette is called Clown Blush, and I love this one. It's so cute. These are really pigmented, so definitely go in with a light hand. And then next one is called Fairy Blush, which is what that one looks like. So beautiful. You could also use these as eyeshadows. I love all these tones. I haven't used this purple one much. Obviously, it's like really purple. I really am enjoying these, but I probably won't end up doing a face swatch video with these. I just don't think I will have time. But even by that time, these palettes would be just really old, and I don't think anyone would be looking for face swatches of these. So last up, we have the 3 Norvina palettes. They're so heavy. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, so we got volume 1, 2, and 3. I did a video where I did swatch comparisons between all 3 of them to see if they were kind of duping each other. They weren't. There was a couple of shades kind of similar, but they were not definitely duping each other. I really wanted to do a 10 looks one palette with each of these, but unfortunately there's just not enough time in the world for me to do that. Otherwise though, I do enjoy them. I do like the formula. I haven't really used the shimmers much in there, but they seem kind of a bit different from the other ABH eyeshadow palettes, you know, the regular ones, like the Soft Glam and Sultry and etc. But I do like the mattes in here. I'm probably not going to do any videos with these because honestly I've been pretty turned off from ABH and just all the different shenanigans they've been up to on Twitter, and just there's been a lot of things that have happened that really just make me not want to talk about ABH on my channel. I know it's still a very much loved brand, and I do still enjoy their products, but we'll see with time where ABH is headed. And so those are all the products, pretty much just all eyeshadows, that I really wanted to make videos, but never ended up making them for whatever reason. I'm sure I will think of some other products that I decluttered or something that I wanted to do a video with that I don't have anymore, that I don't remember, but that doesn't matter now. And so make sure you check out Michelle's video to see which products she wanted to make videos with but never did. I'm really curious to see what products they are, and I'm really excited to watch. And so thank you so much, Michelle, for collaborating with me. I'm sure this is one of many collabs we will have together. Thanks everyone for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will leave up some of my other videos in case you're interested in watching, and I hope to see you next time.